Allied is excited to welcome and talk with longstanding preferred partner Gallagher. Gallagher is one of the world's largest insurance brokerage, risk management, and consulting firms. As a community insurance broker and trusted local consultant, they help people and businesses move forward with confidence. Gallagher's executive benefits practice specializes in non-qualified benefit plans for credit unions. More than 600 credit unions rely upon Gallagher to manage their executive benefits programs. Joining me today is Matt Jakubowski, Area Vice President within Gallagher's Executive Benefits Practice. Matt, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, thank you, Amy. Happy to be here. We're really grateful for our relationship with Allied and excited to spend some time with you today.
Oh, thank you. We're grateful for you as well. To share a little bit about Matt, as Area VP, Matt works alongside boards and executives in the nonprofit environment to build efficient, non-qualified plans that benefit the organization while rewarding and retaining key leadership. Matt earned dual bachelor's degrees from High Point University in political science and economics. Risk and Insurance has twice identified Matt as a power broker for not-for-profits and recently identified him as a rising star. Matt holds an associate in risk management and an accredited advisor in insurance designation. Over the years, Matt has served in multiple board and volunteer capacities, including the Nonprofit Development Center of South Jersey, Big Brothers Big Sisters Independence Region, the Arc of Gloucester, which is a nonprofit organization that provides services to individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities along with their families. That's got to be very, very rewarding volunteer work for you, Matt.
It is, Amy. There's a great Bible quote, to whom much is given, much is required. And I've been pretty fortunate to give back in the community that I grew up in.
Absolutely. Yeah, good for you. So some fun facts about Matt, which I think we've already touched on some fun facts with your volunteer work, but beyond that, he enjoys spending time outside on the golf course and with his family. He resides in southern New Jersey with his wife, Alyssa, son, Lincoln, and two dogs, Bogey and Divot. I love the themed dog names.
Oh, thank you. I wish I got to play golf more, but they remind me of my favorite sport every time I see them, which is good enough for me.
That's really cute. All right, let's dive into our conversation. I want to find out more about your executive benefits program. So, what's the importance of servicing when it comes to an executive benefits program specifically?
It's a really good question, Amy, and it's something that's often overlooked when you think about executive benefits. But, back to the introduction of our firm, right? Our firm specializing in building plans for credit unions that retain and reward the exec, but also need to benefit the organization. So when you think of how that all works out, these are long-term promises and commitments. And the sales end is fun. It's fun to design a plan, and the executive's excited and thrilled to be earning this benefit. The credit union is thrilled to be retaining their executive for some stretch of time. But to ensure that this promise is fulfilled, you really need to ensure that the team you're partnering with has that back office, that administration, and that fulfillment that's actually going to make these promises come true. And I'm grateful to be a part of a team that really focuses on that and cares just as much about the future as they do the present when it comes to building an executive benefits plan.
Yeah, absolutely. So what types of considerations should an organization be making when evaluating an executive benefits partner as it pertains to their service offering? And more specifically, are there certain questions they should be asking when they're vetting partners?
Sure. So like many products, that Allied represents and provides great quality to the credit union movement, a lot of people that do what Gallagher Executive Benefits do have similar products. So, you'll hear things like 457F and split dollar thrown around, and there are a lot of companies out there that can provide that product to you. But what often goes overlooked is, what does it look like after the product is sold? And it's a great focus that you have for this interview today. So questions that credit unions may want to ask on the front end are, what is your organization's experience consulting in this space? Because this is not something that's new and you want to partner with a firm that's been around for a couple decades. They may want to ask, are your employees actually employees, or are they 1099 consultants? Are these services and admin platforms being provided by you or the life insurer? So those are just a few of examples, but really the focus needs to be, what does life look like after the sale? And again, it's something we have focused on and our founders focused on decades ago, and it's come to fruition today in more harsh economic times.
Yeah, absolutely. That's so important. What happens after the sale? If you're going to be a true partner or if it's going to be kind of a transactional type of situation. So it sounds like you guys are really committed to the relationship as a whole, and staying connected throughout the entire process.
And that's why this partnership's been longstanding with Allied. We share those values in our commitment, to financial institutions as a whole, but particularly the credit union movement. And it's why we love working with your team because you share these values with us.
Yeah, we absolutely do. There's definitely alignment there. So I appreciate you mentioning that. So let's say someone does want to change partners. Is that a difficult process? And what would that process perhaps look like for them?
Yeah, Amy, like any process, it would take time and paperwork and things like that. But just because you bought the particular product from a different provider doesn't preclude you from changing your partner to provide that support to administration down the road. It's not always easy in the sense that, there's different life insurers that may be involved, different agreements that may be involved that you need to overcome. But there are a lot of scenarios where we will jump in to support credit unions that partner with Allied and have maybe bought these products elsewhere to help with that future, right? Those future phases we discussed earlier, the kind of the fulfillment and completion of these plans post sale.
Right, right. Yeah, well, the process itself can be daunting for some people. Change is sometimes very hard. And so while current processes and programs might not be ideal, sometimes people choose to stick with those because, they think that change will be even more difficult. So, but it doesn't sound like it's a difficult process at all. And especially if you're securing a really committed partner, at the end of the day.
That's well said. And we're not going anywhere. Gallagher's been around
Mhm.
for 90 plus years. Our group within Gallagher has been around for a couple decades. So we're in this for the long haul. We have our succession plan, and we know that credit unions are being tasked to build theirs. So while, to your point, making change always seems daunting and like a challenge, this is something that's going to be relevant to executives and board members of credit unions forever. So deciding to make the right decision now is going to save you a lot of headaches in the future.
Right, absolutely. Yeah, I fully agree with that. So, yeah, this has been very interesting and enlightening. Are there any other thoughts about your executive benefits program that we haven't touched on today that you'd like to share with our audiences?
No, I'm just grateful that Allied is shining a light on, again, what goes beyond the sale, because there are
Mhm.
a lot of vendors and consultants that have entered into this space in recent years. And, a lot of people say a lot of different things, but we all have similar products. But it's what does it mean after that? And I'm really proud to be a part of a team that actually is more heavily weighted in the after sale than on the front end, and grateful to partner with good consultants like the guys and gals at Allied Solutions that are out there building their relationships and helping uncover these challenges that their partners can solve problems for.
Yeah. Well, thank you. We're definitely singing from the same songbook as far as Allied's culture and our relationship with our clients as well. So there's definite alignment between Gallagher and Allied, as we know. All right. Well, this has been very interesting, very enlightening. I really appreciate you joining us today. If anybody wants to learn more about Gallagher, their executive benefits program, or any of the other programs that they offer, you can reach out to your Allied Solutions rep for more information. Thank you so much, Matt, for joining us today. It's been really great connecting and talking with you.
That was my pleasure, Amy. Thank you.